What's up, guys? Welcome back to the In Between podcast. Today I'm hosting. This is Morgan. To my right, I got
Sophie and Carson.
Alrighty. Today we're talking about self-esteem and body issues and, just body image and stuff like that. One of the questions that really stuck out to me whenever we were talking about this was, what is one comment someone made about you or your body in middle school? Because I feel like middle school is just like a really tough time, A lot of people just like are really going through it around that time and age. Anybody like share a story or?
One thing that has, I'm telling you, it permanently stuck in my brain, which is why I feel like middle school is just like a really harsh time for everybody. I feel like everybody just gets made fun of and stuff like that. But I got a comment. I was sitting at a lunch table with a bunch of my friends. Keep in mind, these were all my friends, so I was not expecting like a comment like this. This guy named Alex that I used to be friends with, I was like looking off this way, and he was sitting like the opposite direction to where I was facing. Mm-hmm. And then I like look back in his direction, and he was like looking at me, and he was like, wait, move your head back like the other way. And I was like, why? And I did it, and I thought maybe there was something on my face or something, and he was like, why does your nose look like it was hit by, like you were hit by a car or something like that? Oh my God. And I was like, what are you talking about? Like I never in my life have I ever seen my nose as being like different or anything like that. Like I was just like, my nose is a nose. Like I never had a problem with it. And then ever since he said that, like my nose is probably my biggest insecurity. I absolutely hate my nose. So like that has like permanently stuck in my brain. Like I could never forget that. So what about y'all?
I mean, for me, I have scoliosis, so I had surgery when I was in 7th grade, and my friends tried to make fun of it, or like in middle school. And it stuck with me now because I put my body as like a certain way, or like I imagine it a certain way, and it's not, because not a lot of people suffer from it. Mm-hmm. And so like they would like call me names and everything, and it's just like stuck with me over the years, which is unfortunate, but gotta deal with it.
Yeah. I remember a lot in middle school. I used to, I was a chunky gal. I was 4'9", like 100-something pounds. I wasn't skinny or anything like that, so I used to get bullied a lot, especially I remember it being really bad in 7th grade by like people I called my own friends, and I just know that has stuck with me like up until today, just like remembering all those comments they made and them just like replaying back in my head.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
but,
sticks with
you.
And
I feel like that's the hardest part of like middle school. Like you think you have your friends and they're just trying to be honest and like real with you, right? And they're like mean to you about it. Like there's a nice like, I always keep like this saying in my mind whenever I'm like quote unquote like criticizing someone, but like I never try to be mean about it, but like if they can't fix it in 5 seconds, don't point it out.
Yeah, that's
so
smart.
like unless like there's food on their face, don't point it out. Like if it's something that cannot be fixed, don't say anything unless they're asking your opinion, obviously. But like I don't understand why people would point out something that will later become an insecurity, because I'm sure that for almost everybody
that could definitely save some people.
Exactly. Yeah,
I feel like a lot of people around that time were like always thinking, oh, being honest is the best thing, like the truth hurts, but you know what, who cares? Like at
but
that
it does
time
really
and
hurt
age,
some people.
It hurts, like I remember this other time, one of my old friends, she still goes to my school, so I'm not gonna say names, but we got in an argument over something really petty, and she was walking around like the track during like I guess what was like middle school recess. I don't really remember what we called it at our school, but she was walking around with people that know like that she knows don't like me. Obviously, they're going to talk badly about me when she brings up my name. And, of course, as soon as she did that, one of my other friends that, to this day, she is still a very sweet person, and she was very honest with me, and she told me everything that they had said about me, and they were just completely body shaming me. Like, every single thing that you can think of that you could call somebody, like, that's what they said. And that is something I will never forget. I don't want to say what they said, because if that person ever listens to this, they're going to know it's them, because I've brought it up so many times. But they never felt sorry for it. They just said that they were in a very mean mindset, and they didn't mean anything they said, but they never apologized. So I just left it at that. Like, you're a bad person, I'm not. Like, it is what it is. So I just left it at that. But it was brutal. I can't even lie. Like, why? Well, like, I don't understand. Because you don't benefit a single thing from that at all.
Yeah, it's definitely hard hearing people like, or like a friend like tells you something that somebody said and you like don't want to confront them about it. It's definitely difficult.
Yeah, especially in middle school. Like I feel like I'm a way more outgoing person than I used to be. In middle school, I really wasn't like that at all. Like I could be like kind of annoying to my friends and maybe a little more outgoing towards them, but to people I don't know, I'm not going to confront them about stuff like that because I'm not like I wasn't like that then. So
like I don't understand the point of talking about like people's body whenever it's not like something you can fix.
Yeah.
If you make a comment to them, it's not going to make them want to change the way they look or like change their lifestyle just because you said something. It's not going to fix it and like that.
Yeah.
Like it's just going to put a comment in their head and it's going to stick with them and it's just going to, put them down.
Exactly. Yeah. And like looking back, I don't remember a time when I've genuinely tried to hurt somebody by saying something like that. And if I ever did, like to this day, I would feel so sorry if I ever found out. Like if somebody ever came to me and was like, listen, like this has stuck with me almost my whole life so far. Like ever since you said that, I would feel so bad because that's just not, I know how that feels on the other side of that situation. I wouldn't want to do that to somebody else.
Yeah,
so
like
it's
you have to put yourself in their shoes.
Exactly. Right.
It's very difficult.
Very. So.
Yeah, I mean, that also plays back into how it advances to you in your today life because I feel like people like that just don't really change.
Yeah.
Because I know some of the people who were like that to me in middle school still act like that to this day, even to me some days. Especially like other people around them, like I could just hear them in class like to their peers and like body shaming or any other sort of shaming that you could think of. Like they'll just sit there and talk about it like it's a normal conversation, like it's all they have to talk about. Because people like that are like losers. Okay, losers.
Or they're like two-faced and they like try to be nice to you and they just like
and
talk
they just
behind your back.
project. They project their own insecurities all the time. Like if that's what they're insecure about, of course they're going to attack the person that has something that they don't have or whatever. Like it's ridiculous. Like I remember, I think it was last semester of this year, I had a class with this one girl and this other girl was walking down the hallway. She wasn't wearing anything showy. It was just like a t-shirt and a pair of Nike shorts. And she was just minding her business walking down the hallway. And this girl that I was sitting with was just like, I hope I don't look like that when I wear shorts like that.
That's so rude.
And I literally looked at her. I was like, what is your problem? And she was like, it just looks bad on her. I was like, that's not nice to say at all. Like keep it to yourself. Like nobody cares. Nobody wants to hear that.
No.
And she got so upset that I said anything because clearly nobody had called her out before. But that's not right. Like, how could you sit there and do that to somebody else? Right. So I was like, whatever. I
feel like most people nowadays like bring themselves up by putting other people down because they just don't know what to say.
Exactly.
Like if you don't have anything nice to say, just keep it in your head.
Literally.
I know that plays back into the projecting thing because everybody that I know that has ever called me fat or called someone else fat or called someone else ugly, they don't like themselves like that either. Like they don't look too good themselves to themselves, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they're just projecting their own feelings on other people because they don't know how to handle their own feelings.
Exactly. And I feel like maturity kind of plays into a big part of like how you look at yourself and how you look at other people. Like I could tell you probably a couple of years ago, I can't lie, I was judgmental, but I would never say anything to anybody.
Yeah.
But now I don't look at other people and judge them at all because who am I to judge? Like I can't say anything. I have imperfections myself. Like nobody.
Nobody's perfect.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right. I was the exact same way. I was super judgy. I never had the courage to say it to other people, but I was very judgy in my own head. And I just know exactly why. It's because I was projecting. I was using my own insecurities to try and make myself feel better by calling out other people's insecurities and just picking them apart piece by piece.
Yeah.
Right.
It's awful.
Yeah. And I feel like as people get older, like even though people have like said like really crappy things about you or like people that you care about and stuff like that, like as you get older, you don't really, I feel like as time goes on, you won't let those comments bother you as much. Because, like, I have really big insecurities about myself, but, like, as time goes on, like, it is what it is. I can't do anything about it. And I either love myself or I hate myself, and why would I want to live my life miserable, absolutely hating myself?
Exactly.
Like, I'm stuck in this person for the rest of my life.
You can't
like, I'm
change
not,
it.
Right. There's nothing I can do about it, so I might as well just go ahead and love it while it's here. Like, you know.
You can't really change the way you look, but as much as you can change the way you feel about yourself and change the way you live your life and your lifestyle and all that stuff, you can just always work on yourself and always improve your relationships with your body, with Christ who created you, because Christ created you to be perfect. Christ created a certain image of you because he saw how perfect you are, and he wanted to put that on this earth, not for other people to sit there and bring you down, but for you to uplift yourself and uplift yourself within him too.
Exactly, because all he has for all of us is just adoration. Like, he just loves all of us. He loves living through us, and he loves that we love him. And I feel like that's all that's, when you think about it, that's all that's really important. Like, you have somebody that loves you all of the time. You don't need to impress everyone else all of the time. So I just feel like it's kind of it's a little relieving knowing that somebody
Yeah.
like constantly cares about you.
I agree.
That's not what we were put on this earth to do. It's definitely easier to bring people down, but that's not the point. The point is to uphold yourself to a certain standard, uphold everybody else, like bring your community together, not to push them down, put them down, bring up everybody together. Equal.
Right.
We're equal.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's something that a lot of people struggle to understand is like we're not different from one another at all. Like I feel like we all struggle with
human.
something.
We all have
right.
insecurities. We all have everything. Like,
Exactly. And I feel like people just think that, oh, I have it worse than this person, or oh, I have it better, so I need to make this person feel worse and this person feel
it's not
better. Like you can't do that. You got to treat everybody the same all the time. Like there's no other way. Like that's just what you should do. So.
Yeah, usually at school I try to compliment people just because you never know what they're going through, or like just be like, oh, your hair looks nice today, or oh, I like your shoes, oh, I like your outfit, super cute, da da da.
Yeah.
Just to like make their day better about like
Exactly.
doing small little things.
Yeah. Because, like, every time I see someone that I think, like, oh, this girl, she's so pretty. Like, one of my friends, she always said that, like, that was one reason why she became friends with me is because that's all I do. Like, when I see a stranger in public and I love something about them, I will tell them.
Yeah.
Because I know,
It's nice to compliment
for the
people.
most part, like, it just makes their day. Like, I know how it feels if I were to receive a compliment like that.
I love it.
So I try to do that towards other people as much as I can. And, like, I love doing it, and I wish that everyone loved doing it, because I feel like it would make everybody just happier.
I know, and not everybody's like that.
Right. And I just wish everybody was, because it's nice when you hear that from other people and everything.
Yeah.
I know. Everybody has an insecurity, and if you say you don't, I know you're lying.
Yeah,
you're
that's
lying.
not true.
You're lying.
But random acts of kindness and stuff like that is what helps people out, what makes their day, what's helped people get out of certain situation. I've heard multiple stories online through other people just about how random people have came up to them and have just said like, oh my god, you're so pretty, oh my god, I love your outfit, and it's just like changed their day, like flipped around their day. They could be having the worst
you never know what
day
they're going through.
Yeah,
because like you don't show it.
Yeah.
especially not in public to random strangers. Yeah. So you'd be having the worst day, and it could just
That
really
one
flip
comment
right
can just-
there.
Exactly.
Flip a switch.
Yeah.
And I saw this one video. It wasn't like based on a true story or anything, but it really just kind of, I don't know, I just feel like it was a really meaningful message. This lady, she was just going through a really hard time, and she was walking down the street, and this man stopped her and was like, listen, like, you are beautiful and you're so worth it. Like, I hope you have a really great day.
Yeah.
It wasn't like anything like catcalling or anything like that.
Yeah.
But it was just like, him
Just trying
being
to uplift
genuine.
them. Yeah.
And she had previously before that, she had went to the store to go home and commit. And
Yeah, like, you never know.
It completely changed her mind. Completely changed her mind. She did not do it.
That's
Wow.
crazy.
And I thought that like, it was a really great video. It was beautiful.
Well, yeah, because you never know what someone's going through. Like, they will not
Exactly.
show it.
Right.
And you just don't know.
That's why it's like so important to just uplift everybody that you can.
Stories like that just really touch your heart, you know?
Yeah.
Like, it just really makes you think, like, what if you were in that lady's shoes? Like, what if
How
God
would
had
you
sent
feel?
that person out for you,
Yeah.
you know? Like, it was his message to you, like, your time isn't, you're not ready. Like, I'm
Right.
not ready for you to come up here with me. Like, you're beautiful. You deserve to be on this earth.
Yeah.
Right. I agree with that a lot.
So everybody is put in all these types of situations. Everybody has insecurities. Everybody is just like, they're insecure about something. Everyone has issues. Everyone's going through something. Everyone has a story.
Yeah.
But, you know, that's why God's here. That's why your pastors, your friends, peers are all here. You know what I'm saying? It's just, gosh, everybody needs to uplift everybody instead of just sitting there and picking everybody apart.
Right.
Because I know I've been somebody to blame like that. I know a lot of people who are to blame.
I agree. Throughout, like, middle school and high school.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
mean, like, I'm only a sophomore, and I've already experienced a lot of that. So it's crazy.
Right.
Yeah. Any advice, though, that I would give to anybody who's, like, currently being, like, absolutely picked apart, or they just don't really understand their self-worth, is give yourself time.
Yeah.
Learning to love yourself is such a difficult process, but I promise you it is so worth it once you take time for yourself and learn to love the little things about yourself. Like, one thing that you don't like about yourself, flip it around and focus on something that you do love about yourself. And I mean, I absolutely admire that, because everybody has something about themselves that they love.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I just feel like if you would have asked me my freshman year of high school versus now, if back then, if I loved myself, I probably would have answered no. But if you asked me that right now, I would say yes.
Well, because it's who you are today, of like what you've gone
Exactly.
through.
Exactly, because that was, and keep in mind that was 3 years ago, almost 4. So it's been a while. It took a lot of time, but I'm here. Like I absolutely love myself.
You wouldn't change it,
right?
Yeah.
One of my favorite sayings is you can't love someone else unless you love yourself.
I agree.
And that also plays into a big relationship with God. If you can't love yourself, how are you going to have that sort of relationship with God?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Especially when all he does is just love you. Like, it's hard to keep the love even between both you and him.
If you don't love what he created. Because he created you.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I agree with that.
Yeah. I think a big part is, like, if, like, you're going through something and your friends aren't making you happier and just bringing you down, they gotta go. And you always have to do what you love or, like, what makes you happy.
Exactly. And when it comes to learning, like, your self-love, like, be selfish.
Yeah.
Like, be selfish in the way of learning to take time for yourself, learning to put yourself around people who only uplift you.
Yeah, like, you don't want to be around people that bring you down. It's just the most annoying thing.
Exactly. Like, that.
Well, because you don't go home feeling good after you hang out with, like, a group of friends that, like, point something out about you. It's just kind of like, what was the point?
Yeah. And I feel like that's something that a lot of middle schoolers and early high school people, they think, oh, I'm friends with these people, and if I leave them, I won't have any friends. Yeah. And that's hard. Like, don't get me wrong, that is super hard. But, I mean, as you grow and you get older, you're going to find your people. Yeah. 100%. You're going to find your people, and they're going to love you just like you love yourself, and they're not going
to point out the insecurities that you have. They're not going to, because then if they do that, they're not really real friends.
They're not at all.
They got to go.
Exactly.
Well, guys, that was a deep talk today. I mean, it was a really good conversation, though. I really enjoyed having Carson and Sophie on the podcast today. You know, thank you guys so much for listening in. Again, I'm Morgan.
I'm Sophie.
I'm Carson.
And until next time.